hosts, Bob Katie,
and John Piccirillo.
Welcome to a new episode of Bob and John's Quick Shots.
Welcome aboard, folks.
There we go.
Make
We're
some
off and
notes
running.
here.
Making some notes.
Well, I got to keep track of what's going on around here, especially when you start asking questions.
When I start asking questions,
Yeah. I'm like, well, what was that one that we did? It's right there. As long as it's written down, I got it. I know. And I try to remember. It's actually funny. For our last one, I put down Hunger Games, and we didn't talk about that at all, but I was going to get to it. But I don't think we want to stay right on track from that.
no. Well, that's gone, and done. You had some good some gym sessions at work, huh?
I
with
did.
with your lovely ladies.
My pecs are sore because we did chest. What's so funny? Why is that funny?
Because I said you had some gym workouts with your lovely ladies.
I did. I love my girls.
And you said chest and rubbing yourself.
I know. I guess I may be getting a little carried away there.
I'm touching myself tonight.
Thinking about the wrong things. But the beautiful thing about working out with especially someone the opposite sex. I know dudes love to work out together.
I hate working out with people.
I don't like it either. Honestly,
I like to put my headphones in
headphones on
and focus.
and listen to my music and do my thing. I'm a big fan of that. And that's why I'm sad to say.
Well, usually when I work out, I need motivation and I need a certain kind of music, which might not be even close to what other people. So and I don't like chatter. I don't like talk. It doesn't motivate me
either. I know, and that's really been a big challenge because beautiful Sarah instructs a bunch of really great classes that are really good. Really good. I mean, I've done a couple of them, even though it's not my thing, because I can't listen to my music because I need to listen to instruction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she's great at what she does because some people need instruction, and she's great at it. She's
suck a fart out of her ass and hold it like a bong hit.
It's probably true.
Probably true. Oh, it is true. It is true.
So even though I'd like to participate in the classes, I'd like to do my own thing.
But you said she also started following us on Twitter.
Yeah.
And Instagram,
Yeah,
right?
and her partner,
Business partner?
yeah, her business partner texted her, and she was at Pearl Jam at the time. And so she texted her back. She's like, I don't have time to look into this right now. But apparently her business partner asked her, who the hell's Lucen Buttery? Because that's our Twitter feed. And she got a text. And I told Sarah, I was like, hey, you know what? If it was up to me, the show was going to be called Lucen Buttery.
Get the fuck out of here!
No, I cannot. I swear to God, it was Lucen Buttery. It was Bob's idea for for Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power.
Well, because we thought Loose and Buttery might.
Well, we didn't want to answer the question who's loose and who's buttery.
Yeah.
We didn't even want to go down the road of knowing or wanting to have to answer that question.
Two guys on a show that's called Loose and Buttery.
Right. But however, Lucen Buttery was great enough to use somewhere, so we used it for Twitter.
People who follow the show know that
Right.
it was something that we came up with, obviously.
Right. It's still funny. Sarah said it's funny.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. So we took it and went with it with our Twitter and Instagram because we thought that was more appropriate than calling the when you put Loose and Buttery in that context into the show that's called in something else, then it's more funny like
More
we want
funny.
it to be and
Right.
not like people literally going, what am I going to listen to? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, are they homosexuals? Or?
It's bad enough because we always do the grocery shopping.
Yeah.
And I always feel like people are looking
Once
at
in
us
a while
like we're
we do,
gay.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, hey, fuck them.
What are you going to do, man? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is what it is. We
Yeah.
ain't. Oh, I told Christina that too. Did I tell that you said, you should just do something or she's going to think you're gay. I told her. And she's
you
like, you're not gay. Okay, I'm glad you understand. Not that I have anything against gay people.
Oh, you mean with Sarah?
No, it was Christina. Remember, because she's funny like that. She's.
So you just came out and told told her that?
Oh yeah.
And
I got to take every opportunity for that. Sure, I love that. It's great.
why don't you two just bump uglies and get over with it?
It's my fear of attachment. It happens.
The only reason I can see the problem is that you're not supposed to shit where you eat.
Right. That's number one. That's one.
To me that's the only number. That's it. That's it.
That's it. Huh?
That's it. That should be the only reason.
I guess. But you know what?
Damn, that's nasty.
I'm saving a lot more than when I have a woman.
Maybe she would even slap you and tell you having sex is not commitment.
Okay.
I don't think that's what we're talking about.
If you say so, Bob.
I think everybody
I still have to stick to your number one, though.
What's that?
We work intimately, closely.
Well, yeah, that's the main thing that gets, yeah.
But I got to tell you, the workout was fantastic. Christina normally doesn't go at lunchtime. You know what I mean? 12, 1. The cafeteria closes at 2. I'm hungry when I'm done working out, so I have to eat something. So if I go any later than 1, I'm going to miss it.
Yeah.
So I got to go. I like around 12:30 or so, Usually Sarah's either working out or teaching a class.
That doesn't hurt either.
And getting to my point, it's motivational. And not only was Sarah teaching a class, because she looks great doing it, Christina and I got to work out together. Same kind of thing, a little cardio, a little lifting. She's into that. And we both worked on chest. Somebody was working on the flat bench that we were going to originally use, doing bench presses. So we were doing some butterflies and stuff. And just by being with different people, I was motivated to go a little heavier. You know what I mean?
You want to show off a little bit?
Yeah, and today I'm sore, and it's great. I mean, there was good motivational factor. So thank you, both. Girls.
Get the fuck out of here. No, I cannot.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's good. It's no problem.
When your celibacy ends,
that's my other.
When you're
the chase is way more.
I never found that at all. I always found that actually,
I love the chase. I do.
Hey, you know what? Good for chase. You know what? The chase looks fun after you've gotten it. You know what I mean? Then it looks better to me. But during the chase, it's more like, no, I don't. It's more, it's more crazy thoughts in your head. But you like the crazy thoughts in your head. So.
I do.
When your self-imposed
what did
celibacy,
I say to you the other day?
When your self-imposed celibacy does come to an end, we'll have to have a big an announcement.
I think there has to be an announcement. This could be the longest.
Oh, it's got to be.
I think it's the longest stretch
since you first got laid.
I'd have to do the math for my 20-something there.
What?
Like when in between.
Unfortunately, I know most of the people he's with, so the list.
Oh, let's get this party started.
Why do you want that beer so bad?
Because he's thirsty, dummy.
All right, so I have exceeded that one. There was a period of time I focused on nothing but me. I was losing weight, and I used to do cardio for a ridiculous amount of time.
Yeah, but you still had some that you were banging around.
All right, fine. So this is my record.
One of them was one of your ex-girlfriends who you went back and gave
I know.
To.
I still love
during
her.
that time.
Still love her.
Are we talking about the right one?
I don't know.
I was talking about Rotterdam.
Oh no, gosh no.
No, but you went back after.
Yeah. See, there were some breaks. I guess you're right.
Not this long. No way this long.
This is my record from first losing.
This is going on 3 years here.
First losing my virginity.
Oh, it's got to be.
Yeah, this longest stretch ever.
Definitely got to be.
But I set out for this. I set out on this road on purpose. I did it to myself.
I don't think you set out on this road. I think you set out on a road, and it just so happened you were like, I think this is going to be the road.
Yeah.
I don't think you purposely initially started.
No, I didn't. No. I mean, I love women.
Oh, I just think you think yourself out of things
I do.
way too much.
I do. I just complicate it and make it impossible, and doesn't happen. I just keep doing what I'm doing.
Sometimes sex is just sex.
It is.
Everybody gets their cookies and gets to go home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Living the priest life right now.
I wouldn't necessarily call it the priest life.
Everything that guy just says is bullshit. Thank you.
I'm proud of myself, though. But here's the thing: is we're coming up on the horizon right now, and it's going to be a whirlwind of activity when you actually sell this. I mean, this is something we've been talking about for years.
Couple of years now,
and it's now happening. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. If we wanted to mark the calendar,
we could.
The summer kicks off my third year, I think.
No, August does, because Rachel and AJ's wedding.
Yeah,
it was that.
But that will be. That
was August?
So it'll be 3 years.
I want to say this August.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's amazing that it's even lasted so long. And it's still going. Hey, I remember the first 6 months, 8 months or so, both of us were like, we just got to stick to the plan.
Well, we have, but unfortunately.
And we've totally stuck to the plan.
Yeah.
It went a little longer than we were anticipating, but we've stuck to the plan and it's happening.
Yes.
That's what's the beautiful thing is like we could tell our listeners, look, make a plan, stick to it, and it'll happen.
Yeah.
Eventually, it just takes time.
I'm like Tony Robbins selling that, and John's like my first success story. Because what we got John out of in the beginning of that whole thing.
Holy crap! I was looking at my numbers before when I started.
I think just in all areas of your life,
absolutely, it's unbelievable.
You're financially and personally, you were a fucking wreck.
Yeah. It was pretty bad.
You were a shell of the man you are now.
I was absolutely.
You were beaten down.
I was.
Your soul had been sucked from you,
Clean
which
out
of course means a woman was involved.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, and which is that's the thing that makes me like, well,
Let me see.
About risking it again.
You're not involved with a woman, so that means you've gotten a shitload of stuff accomplished, and you have a lot of money in your pocket.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's what I told my cousin. We're going to my aunt's 75th birthday party tomorrow, and he sent the invitation to my house, which is all rented out, so I'm not there. I didn't receive it. Usually they're good about giving me it, so I don't. Might have been lost in the mail because normally they're good about giving me my mail and stuff like that. But I emailed him because my mother had talked to him, said I was invited, and I want to let him know I was going to go. And he had said something like about, I didn't hear anything about a significant other recently, but if you have one, she's more than welcome to come. I was like, oh, great. Thank you very much. But, I've been getting a lot accomplished about the old ball and chain. And I said, and then after I said it, I didn't know if it was a good thing, a nice thing to say, but
any man should have a little sense of humor with that.
You would understand what I'm saying anyway, which is part of the thing. It's kind of like, what? When I don't have somebody else spending my money.
Listen, it's a saying because I
can save a little bit.
It's a saying because it's true.
It is.
They usually don't have sayings because things aren't true.
It costs money. That's the way it is, unfortunately.
You like a little
So I don't know.
I'm the party pooper.
I don't mean to be the party pooper. I don't.
No, you want to be more.
I'm out there, Jerry, and I'm loving every minute of it.
That's right.
That's
right.
more where you are right now.
Kramer does things right. That's it. You know what I mean?
I
I love the show, man.
Nope.
With the whole set.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
The Merv Griffin set.
I would totally love that. That was so awesome.
And it just reminded every episode. Listen, I'm a huge Seinfeld fan. I truly believe that everything in life can be brought back to a Seinfeld episode.
Sure.
And that every time I watch it, and especially now watch Kramer after kind of part-time living with him for the last 3 years, solidifies it more and more that it's Kramer, I feel, is based on him.
I got to tell you, my tenants upstairs have a huge framed picture.
Oh, is that the Kramer one?
Kramer one. I love
From the
it.
show with
I love it. I love it. I think I need to get one.
Well, they
have
they have those posters, but you could still get one of those on
I'm
eBay
sure
or
I
something.
would. Yeah. I don't have anywhere to put it, but I love it. I think I want one.
Just put it wherever you go next.
It was funny. I think I had the inspector, because I have to have it inspected. So
Oh, and by the way, folks, we're taking him with us to the next house
I guess
on a part-time
I
on the
guess.
part-time basis.
like I am here.
Pretty much.
There's a lot of work.
Except
to be
you don't.
done at
Except
the new
you don't.
house.
Except you don't have. Except you won't have. You'll be bored, I think, because there won't be as much shit to do.
No, we just translate wood to music.
Oh yeah,
That's it.
and
More
pot
time in
and
the
more
studio.
and more
Yeah,
better
absolutely.
stuff to do
More
here.
Stuff for you.
Yeah, more stuff for you. Getting rid of this place gets more stuff for you.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
Yes, you, the listener of the Bob and John Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
It's gonna actually become the fun part.
Oh, the new place?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's because we get a blank canvas kind of.
Blank canvas to build a studio.
Yeah.
Soundproofing. We're gonna do. I mean,
Permanently. Like we can do permanent
and
things.
not only do I think I can help you, I want to kind of be involved, because that's a different thing than we've gotten to do before. We were
Yeah.
going to do it here, but we got to get out, so we didn't.
Well, we couldn't. We had everything had to be in a temporary.
Yeah, so we couldn't. I mean, I want to be involved in the real soundproofing.
Yeah.
Because it's totally different than just general construction. You know
Oh
what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
It's layers and layers of.
Oh yeah. We're gonna do that
an
up.
ogre.
We're gonna do that up real well.
So that will be pretty exciting too.
Yeah.
And then the end result of that is going to be a place like 24/7 capable recording. You know, we hope.
Pretty much. I mean, because we're going to a lot smaller house. Realistically, we might not be able to completely soundproof it enough.
And you might actually have a neighbor, because you don't hear.
Yeah, but I don't think that'll be as much of just
That's
disturbing.
my first thought. It's like
I think you can
soundproof.
I think you can soundproof it enough not to bother anybody else.
They're going to get something though.
Yeah, but it'll be like yeah, it'll be like that. It'd be like somebody having their TV up a little too loud. You know
After
what I mean?
3 years, I can't wait for them to pick a house. It's going to be fun. Can't wait. Because hey, wait, I got to help you move.
yeah.
It just rolls in. You know what I mean?
Hey, it's all.
It'll
gonna
probably
be an
work
adventure.
just right, because it'll most likely be, if all goes well, it would be a fall move probably.
If all goes well, it'd be a summer move.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll make it. Trust me, we'll make it work anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, hopefully this summer, this fall move.
Yep.
You know,
Well, it goes in. Sign goes in a week. Eh?
2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
Yeah, we'll go with 2 weeks. I think we're looking at.
It's pretty.
In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station.
Bob and John Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
You son of a bitch. I'm the party pooper.
Not the body pooper.
Still got Mexican Gene.
Well, it stays until I think 4th of July.
Does it?
Think so?
Is that the next one coming rolling around?
4th of July. That's going to be my next vacation.
Woo!
Yeah.
Is
Dark
that-
week. Yeah,
Oh,
dark week for sports. 4th of July week. Yep.
Oh, you want to get your fuck Joe in there, don't you?
Well, no, those aren't. After 4th of July, there's no more dark week. So any vacation I take is effing somebody.
That's right.
And that's when Joe's going to get effed.
Get the fuck out of here. No, I cannot.
But by then, Christina should be up to speed. She should be able to take one or two.
Yeah, but Joe needs a good.
He does need a good
fucking.
Yeah, he's fucked me enough. It's bullshit.
Who gets fucked?
John gets fucked.
That's right. You're like the Leo gets of that place.
Well, Christina's position is supposed to be able to ease the difficulty of taking vacation. That's the idea.
She's supposed to ease the fucking.
But they keep giving her other people's stuff. Before you know it, she's going to be loaded with everybody else's stuff and be in the same boat as everybody else.
I know how you feel at work.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Sheesh, Jimmy Christmas. Crap.
Oh,
yeah, so
man.
4th of July will be the next Gene.
That'll be the next Gene?
We should probably... Let me see.
Oh, you want to get it around his...
Hold on.
His cock piece.
Yeah,
Cod piece.
Cod piece. That's where it's supposed to be. Hold on. Let me do this. Right.
All right, he's got to get it so it wraps right around and get Gene by the...
I'm going to put my nutsack on your drum set.
Yeah, that's better.
There we go. There's Mexican Gene.
That's official Mexican Gene. If you're watching, you definitely know that's it. That's what stays on until 4th of July. Because we got.
Well, that sounds like a hot item, Bob.
Yeah, that's right. It's funny where his codpiece is too. I'm gonna, for you viewers.
You enjoy. You enjoy showing that, don't you?
It's a triangular dick. Really, that's what right where his cock would be. That look. If you're not watching this, you might want to check it out on YouTube and just look at what I'm talking about. What? Well, I know they can't hear me, so I was like, I'm trying to for the video. See what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And it conveniently wraps right around it. It's amazing. It was like it was meant to be there.
Oh shit!
And the hats are all good now.
Make you feel better.
Hear
now?
that? The water. We could make a little water fountain like that. It would be great.
How'd they go?
Hey, don't do that.
Got nothing?
Got nothing, you crazy bastard.
Did we plug ourselves yet?
At this part in the show, well, I did. I hit the bumper, so that's
I heard
good enough.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Bumper.
Yeah. So, what out of all we've had a lot of big time rock stars die this year. What one is the one that's taken you back the most? Like made you think the most of like, wow, that like kind of affected you. I don't necessarily mean like you're crushed by it or anything, but just kind of made you go, whoa, like that's
this year. Are we saying?
Yeah.
Prince was kind of my big surprise, but
Yeah,
it's hard.
just not 'cause he's the latest.
surprising, though. If you ask me,
I think David Bowie's was just surprising because he didn't let anybody know he was ill.
Same thing with Prince.
Yeah, but there's a lot of other junk going on with Prince. But David Bowie's also almost going to be 70. You know what I mean? So in a way, Prince is 57. It's a
right,
like almost 13 year discrepancy. It's a lot. So you don't expect. It's more shocking with somebody who's 57 than I think Bowie had just turned 69 on that.
There's one more though I can't think of.
Glenn Frey, the Eagles.
Yeah.
He was another big one. I mean, there was a ton of other ones too that I don't have the list of in front of me. I would say probably Prince, but Glenn Frey was pretty huge because I do enjoy the Eagles a lot. It's just kind of weird thinking that he's not. I'm used to you always see the Eagles pop up here and there. Mm-hmm. You're not used to seeing one of them now gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like the first one to be gone, so it's a little bit weird in that.
Trying to remember this one song. You gotta get you gotta hidey. It's a Glenn Frey. It's got to be a Glenn Frey thing.
No, I don't think so.
John Fogerty.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
That's John Fogerty.
See, it's in the wheelhouse.
The young man is down the
That's
road.
That's a good song. I like that.
I think that is that. Now? I know some people would say it's almost the exact same thing, but is that Creedence or is that Fogerty? I mean, he's the voice of both.
We didn't do the investigation. Hey, the mustache stuck on the frog. And it looks pretty good, too.
Nice.
I think it looks good.
Nice. We'll have to keep that in. Nice.
El Mustachio.
Along with Gene and whatever holiday hat he's wearing.
Mexican.
And my trophy.
Yeah.
And the half a cup from California.
Oh, yeah.
From
Which
Rebecca.
Is pretty sweet. Look at that thing. So if I'm on camera like this, like this, I just look like a regular cup of coffee. And then I go like this.
Yeah.
And it's a half a cup of coffee.
It says California was so expensive. Don't turn it because I can't read it. California was so expensive I could only afford half a cup.
That's right. So our collectibles are adding up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hope the glue doesn't
absolutely.
mess up my frog.
You know what was interesting is I've been watching sometimes when the podcast I listen to get like boring guests and they're not, you know what I mean? Sometimes I run a little bit of drought or like some audio books because I like to listen to audio books while I'm doing stuff.
Yeah.
And sometimes they get a little, you know what I mean? Like I can't get one. I just finished David Spade, his book, which it was actually really good.
Was it funny?
Yeah. And because he did it too, so it was even more.
His voice, I always
yeah,
that,
it was great. It was really interesting, through his Saturday Night Live years and a whole bunch of other stuff. But it was good. It was surprisingly good. But anyway, so I started watching because they have it on TV too. But I also listened to it because they also do podcast of each show. 3-hour show is the Dan Patrick Show, and Dan Patrick had a radio show on ESPN, and him and Keith Olbermann used to do the 11 o'clock, started doing the 11 o'clock Sports Center and made it really popular. Olbermann was in Fuego, and a whole bunch of other
Fuego.
They started doing all those things during sports things, you know what I mean, to make the highlights interesting.
Michael Jackson.
One of the Dan Patrick's is, you can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. That was one of his big ones. But
only the Buffalo Bills know how to circle the wagons.
That's Chris Berman, but yeah, you get it. So I don't have that button here. He decided he was going to get a big contract like about 8 years ago from ESPN. And he just decided to cut loose. He calls ESPN the mothership. He always calls them. And he decided he cut loose from them, and he started his own radio show with like 12 radio stations he gathered in his attic. He grabbed like 4 of his guys from the old radio show, a couple of them, and a couple of other guys. He calls them the Danettes. And they were doing it literally up in his attic until like too many cars started piling up and the people in his neighborhood like ratted him out, like you're doing a business out of your home. But then he got on NBC Sports, whatever that is, and he went with NBC Sports, and they do the radio show now and everything, but he still does it. He does it above a bar. They found a dance studio, an abandoned dance studio, and the guy who owned the bar rented it out to him. But they call it the man cave, and it's great because they have like a basketball parquet, because it's already wood, like a gym floor, and they have like hoops, and they have what they call the wall of it's not the wall of confidence or whatever, but it's all swimsuit model covers, from Sports Illustrated and everything, and they have like a pool table in the other room.
Can you imagine if you had like a little gym like that, and we could go wireless, and we could do the show, and we could shoot hoops
the thing that's really cool
while we're doing the show.
The one thing that's really cool is he sits like in the other room.
That's so funny.
You went a little limp there.
Really tipped down.
He sits in the other room.
Viewers,
but like
we're talking about the microphone
on the TV show.
Sure.
During commercials, they always cut back to what they're doing in the studio while they're off the air, and they're like discussing like the stupidest things, like which actress is hotter, and they're shooting baskets, and he's out there with them.
What guys do.
And they have one of those video
Play a game and talk shit.
They have one of those
sex.
They have one of those video screens, those golf things. So you sit there with the real golf clubs.
Ooh, that sounds
and
like
they go
fun.
like that.
Yeah.
And the basket hoop and everything. I'm like, oh man, that would be so killer to have a place like that. We'd have to get more than like the small number of people that listen to us though, but that would be awesome. That would be the dream.
Hey, we need goals.
That would be the dream.
We need goals and dreams.
Yeah. And you know what the reason?
I'm looking for a warehouse.
Yeah, you know the one reason also why I like his show, and I also listen to a lot to Mike and Mike in the morning on ESPN, is because they do a lot of sports, but sometimes they go off on tangents that have nothing to do with sports, that do with movies or food or just anything else, and I'm just like they interweave it very well.
Well, that's what I think we do. I can't come up with a note for this episode. We haven't talked about anything.
Do you need a note?
Yeah.
You
Just so
need
I
a note?
remember, like, you know what? What were we doing?
We're discussing that you don't have a note.
No notes.
No.
There we go.
No notes.
Guys, nothing for you.
No notes. But one thing they do have is when they have opposing opinions about anything on the show, him and his Danettes, as he calls them, they'll go in and they have like a seat in this room, and they have like a little confession thing where they talk to the camera, and they'll talk to the camera, kind of saying their side of things and stuff like that. And I thought that was kind of cool. Maybe we'll have to do that. We'll have to make a confessional.
All right. Okay. I like.
It's not like we don't have enough friggin' video cameras.
I like the idea of the board. I think we have time.
The board?
Yep. We have time before the presidential election. I keep saying it sucks. We can't do anything about it. Well, we do. We have a show.
Uh-huh.
We'll make a little banner here, and here's some stats, and we'll pick some. Like
you mean that?
Yeah, we'll pick a couple stats to whatever. Mine is, I say, guns. I don't know. There's so many things to talk about. It's hard to guns. One of the good
immigration.
Immigration is a good one. One of the big things, and we've talked about it earlier, was imprisonment. You know what I mean?
And,
you know what
I mean? It's
how you feel about that. And,
it's ridiculous.
And what they're doing about it, and just have some numbers to just put between the two that we know we're going to have to choose.
You know what my problem is? And I'd love to just take a half hour by myself and talk about things and put it up. But I get so confused because there's so much stuff that pisses me off. I can't concentrate on one fucking thing.
That's why I'm trying to build a guideline and just maybe once a month. It'll be a 5-minute, 10-minute bit, and we got to pull up some stats on what things that we're watching.
Uh-huh.
But we may not know about the candidate that we like or hate. You know what I mean? Just like 2 or 3 items.
All right,
where they stand,
we'll do something,
something like that.
Yeah,
it'll be good for both of us and listeners. You know what I mean?
We'll figure something out. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it too long though, because
quick one.
No, I'm just saying I don't want to start this far ahead. Maybe when we get down.
I'm talking.
Maybe when we get down to the last August, September, October, because already I'm sick of this whole shit.
Yeah.
I'm already let's just fucking get somebody in there and get it done with. It's way too fucking long. I hate it optimized, being the most.
It is what it is
and
for
I can't
a
even
reason.
think of the fucking word.
No.
Oh, I hate when I can't think of
People
when
want
fucking was right
information.
there and it didn't want to come out.
People want information, and wherever they can get it, they're going to get it.
I know, but I don't like it when it just takes over. I want some news, but I don't want to hear anything about the goddamn I don't want to hear more shit I could care less about fucking Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump.
This is more like what I'm thinking is I need to know personally better a couple things anyway. Why not share it with the audience? They don't have to do homework. We'll do it. You know,
that's good.
So
that's good. Let you form an opinion.
That's right.
What do you think?
What
do they think, John?
I don't know. That's what we want to do.
What do you think?
Let us know.
Let us know what you think.
Questions that we need to find out. I
That's
mean, I've
right.
got a couple. Like I said, I already know. I can pick 3 and find out how there's got to be a way at this level. I mean, we've discussed this before. When you get into the lower end, you know what I mean, like the congressmen and stuff like that, to investigate their views, it is a pain in the ass. They don't make it simple. With the presidency, they have to have their views somewhere. You know what I mean? You got to be able to find it, so it won't be so difficult.
Yeah.
So I think that's not unreasonable.
No. Not unreasonable?
And informative.
And informative.
So that's what I'm going to do.
Well, if they're going to get a hold of us, let's tell them where, right?
I will.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
You can find us at Bob and John's Podcast at gmail.com, on iTunes, or on Buzzsprout.com. And
at Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram or Periscope.
And you can find us at our YouTube channel and our Facebook page at Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. Say goodnight, John.
Good night, John.
From Homebrew Studios, this has been Bob and John's Quick Shots, brought to you by Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour.